Hi, we are Genaro Hernando and Jose Eduardo Cruz. And our question is, how can classical philosophy help to assume an ethical position in the conflicts of contemporary society? One of the main problems caused by the creation of new technologies is the replacement of different jobs that humans do on a daily basis. Most of these jobs are, for example, moving and transporting things. In car assemblers, now it is robots that assemble the cars instead of humans in the production lines. Or in some supermarkets, you just go and grab what you want, and then they charge you automatically. This means that we have to adapt the new jobs and leave others behind. According to the World Economic Forum, in 2 years we will be consummating the loss of about 75 million jobs because technology can replace humans in those jobs.
Now, a classic philosopher that we will talk about how he will think about this is Marx. According to Marx's theory of the exploitation of the worker and capitalist, putting together the previous two with part of the Industrial Revolution, is that of the labor and what the worker generates. A part of the profits are used for his salary, in most cases a very small part of the total, and the other part is kept by the boss, which is known as surplus value. This is defined as exploitation. Now, his position regarding automatization and the replacement of technology in jobs is that because it is easier and generates less expenses to invest money in machinery and robots, instead of paying a person, which entails, in addition to the salary, interactions and legal benefits. Business owners opt for machines, reducing the budget allocated for wages, which causes its reductions and even loss of jobs.
The next philosopher whose theory and position we'll discuss is Immanuel Kant. Kant's theory of ontology is that basically all you have to do is follow the rules of the environment in which you are operating, in addition to the basic universal rules of ethics. Applied to our thesis, what Kant would say in this situation is that, for example, if in a company the objective is to generate more revenue while reducing the cost of investment, which is basically how capitalism works, and in turn there are technologies with which these two previous objectives are met, what Kant would do is to buy robots to accelerate economic income and reach the goal easier without breaking any rules, because all of the above is within the framework of the legal.
Last but not least, we will talk about Jonathan Dempsey, a modern philosopher, and his theory of moral particularism. In this theory, there are basically two ways. One where there are no principles, since a person who judges a case differently from others and so on has no principles, because he judges everyone differently. On the other hand, a person who does have principles and who judges a particular case, his judgment should not depend on moral principles. Taking this to our case, we will put ourselves into different perspectives, that on the worker and that of the capitalism, the owner of a company. If we judge the capitalist, we will say that he is doing well in using robots as a replacement for humans, leaving out the needs of the employee to make money and enriching himself. However, if we put ourselves on the side of the worker, it is not morally correct to leave aside their needs to opt for buying new technology and at the same time harm the quality of life of a person who worked, but because of new technologies is replaced.
In conclusion, classical philosophy, such as the aforementioned theories of the classical philosophers Immanuel Kant and Marx, helps to solve current problems such as the replacement of humans in jobs with new technologies. It helps us in a way that we can apply their ethic in this case, based on moral principles and values such as justice, equality, and in our opinion, the most important thing to take into account human rights, in which we take into account all the participants involved in this problem.